Okay, hello. This is Chris and Matt Big Shots. We have a few videos that we've made lately on YouTube. We're not very good at it, but we're getting going and we enjoy shooting. So today I wanted to just give a really brief review of this Rossi Rio Bravo. Maybe on occasion we'll kind of introduce our collection and show you what we're shooting, because if you've seen the other videos, we've got everything from ARs to shotguns. So this right here is the Rossi Rio Bravo. It's lever action. The rifle's been cleared, so it's safe. One of the nicer points about this was that it was not very expensive. I do have, and everybody in my family has, Henrys, which are awesome. The fit, the finish, the quality is awesome, made in America. And I kind of just got this to save a little wear and tear on the Henry. And I really did kind of like the tactical look and the fact that it had attachment points and things like that. So it is a 22 lever action with the tubular magazine. And it will shoot 22 shorts, longs, and long rifles. It'll also shoot the Calibris, which we'll show you in just a minute. Those are the powderless or almost powderless rounds that make almost no noise. So it's just a really fun little gun that we wanted to introduce. As a matter of fact, I had a really short video on this with no audio, and it seemed to be one of the more popular little clips that we put up, so maybe there's some interest in this. What I've done here to make this into what I joke as being my tactical 22 is I've put a Crimson Trace red dot on it. It attaches with a rail by NC Star that adapts from the 3/8 dovetail to basically a Picatinny rail. So that's how that's mounted. Below the foregrip, I attached a little strip of Picatinny and have a Tacticon combination flashlight and laser. And so that's basically how this is outfitted. I still have the original open sights also, which are very good. They use the fiber optic tubes, very similar to Mossberg's or other Rossi's. It has the light tube in the front also with the protective shroud over it. So as far as operation, it is very smooth. I know Henrys are well known for their smoothness with the lever action. This one probably doesn't have quite as much feel as a Henry does, but it is extremely light. It's almost like it's not connected to anything. So it's very light to rack in a load. You have a safety right there on the side. And it's just a really fun little rifle. Not much else to say. People always like to get into the discussion of self-defense or home defense, and there's of course a big debate about 22s, which really aren't the ideal thing to have. It works in a pinch, I suppose. But one reason I like lever actions as opposed to, say, semi-automatics is if you do have a light primer strike or a stovepipe or something, you can basically just rack it and get to your next round without having to clear up a big jam. So that's the Rossi lever action Rio Bravo. And in the last section here, we've gone out and shot in the backyard the Calibris, which are very low velocity, way under 1,000 feet per second, more like I think some of the Calibris are about 300 or 400 feet, and they may go up to about 700 feet a second. But they're extremely quiet, which you'll see when you watch the clip. I have the Crimson Trace zeroed for about 25 yards, and then I have the laser and I can point it over here. Maybe we can get a shot with this turned on. The laser / flashlight is zeroed for about 5 yards. So if you were in a situation where you needed to shoot really quick and close, you could use that. So I have that basically zeroed at a different point than what the red dot would be used for. And there's different settings for that. You can turn off the flashlight and just the red dot, or vice versa, or both. And so that's the Rio Bravo, relatively inexpensive, but really fun to shoot. Okay, this isn't going to be a big, extensive shooting test. I just wanted to show you how this Rio Bravo shoots, and what it's like using the Colibri rounds, which are basically powderless, so very little powder. That's why I'm able to do it in this yard here. I have a target, and I have an old welcome mat under it that's basically a slab of rubber. You'll hear when I fire this that there's almost no sound, so we'll go back and give it a shot. Okay, I'm going to kneel here. I've already loaded the Colibris in here. I think some guns will probably chamber these rounds and some won't, because it's kind of halfway in between a 22 long and a 22 short, so let's see what happens here. Okay, it did chamber, so let's see what we can get. I'm going to be using the red dot here. Okay, let's go down and see what we have. Okay, we've got 3 shots. We've got 2 holes right there and one a little bit lower. I was basically aiming for this crosshair here, but since we're not quite at 25 yards, I probably should aim just a little bit higher to get the exact bullseye. Let me try that next and we'll see if we can get it right there. But the windage is really good. The elevation was almost there. So let's try it one more time. Okay, I'm going to try to hold high just a little bit and see if we can get them. Remember, these Colibris are shooting at a lot lower velocity than an actual 22. Alright, so holding up just a little bit, I put 2 right there, just about on target. And again, everything is a little bit imprecise because we're not at 25 yards, and the Colibris obviously have totally different ballistics since there's basically no gunpowder in them, or very little. Okay. Okay, here's Matthew. He's going to take a few shots also, so go ahead. How about one more? Okay. Okay, looks like Matthew did really well. We've got the 2 right here on the bullseye. Just had one flyer up there. But anyway, that's using the Colibri out of the Rio Bravo.